Hey Erin, I want to give you a little exercise since you asked for it. It is a lot of virtue in this exercise. What you're doing is playing scales on one string. People say major scale and they're so used to going to a box and playing down to the bottom, and that's fine. But think of this as a room, and this room has got windows in all different places, and you got to be able to see different perspectives into the same room. So it is very good to learn scales on one string. And I have come up with a pretty easy way to do it. First, you have to identify the scale. In the case of this video, it's going to be G major. Then you have to be able to say the scale. Okay, so G major, you just say G, and then you launch through the alphabet until you get to F, and you say F sharp. It only has one sharp. So you say G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. I'm pretending I don't know this for the point of the video. Once I establish what the scale is, I noticed way back in the day that on one string, a scale is either going to be one of three patterns with my fingers. Okay, just bear with me here. It's either going to be 1, 3, 4, with my fingers being 1, 2, 3, and 4. The pattern's either going to be 1, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 4, or something I call a stretch position, which is a note followed by an empty fret and a note followed by an empty fret and a note. And I always play my stretch position with my pointer, middle, and pinky finger. So I've learned that I can play all major scales and all modes on each string by just playing one of those three patterns. So I'll show you. I'm going to take my pinky as my anchored finger, which means as I'm moving, I'm keeping track of where my pinky is. If I put my pinky on the 15th fret of the last string, I'm on a G note. The G major scale backwards, since I'm descending, is G, F sharp, E. And you'll see my first pattern with G, F sharp, E lends itself into a 1, 3, 4 pattern of the three, but it's backwards, so it's 4, 3, 1. Then I'm going to take my anchor finger, my pinky, which was just on G, and go backwards to the next available note in the scale. Behind G in the scale is F sharp, which is only one fret back. Now my pinky is on F sharp, and I'm going to pretend I don't know the scale, and I have to look it up. What precedes F sharp in the scale? E. And what precedes E in the scale? D. And if I play F sharp, E, D, it is my stretch pattern. Now I take my pinky, which was on F sharp, my anchored finger, and I go to the next note back, which was E. And I do the same thing. What's behind E in the scale? D is, which is here. What's behind D? C, which is here. And that's another stretch pattern. So if I do the work in the beginning, I end up with something very easy, which is what I like to do in life. So I have a 4, 3, 1, followed by a stretch, followed by another stretch. And then now if I put my pinky on D, I need D, C, B, and that's a 4, 2, 1. D, C, B. So this can obviously go all the way to the end of the string, but I'm going to do the first 4 positions. And then I have them in my simplified terms. With my pinky on G at the 15th fret, I've got a 4, 3, 1. Then my pinky goes to the next available note, F sharp, and I've got a stretch. Then my pinky goes to the next note, which is E, and I have a stretch. Then my pinky goes to the next note, which is a D, and I have a 4, 2, 1. So I have 4, 3, 1, stretch, stretch, 4, 2, 1. Forward would be 1, 2, 4. Stretch, stretch, 1, 3, 4. When you see a guitarist blazing through solos, it's just someone who's memorized that and you haven't yet. That's it. You can do that on every string. But try, since it's Wednesday already, try doing it with your pinky on G and just do those 4. 4, 3, 1, stretch, stretch, 4, 2, 1, 1, 2, 4, stretch, stretch, 1, 3, 4. All right, good luck.